Asmon said he doesn't want to debate. I mean, I said I would have a conversation with Asmongold. Doesn't have to be a debate. But I don't know why his chat said that he wanted to debate. And then now he's saying he doesn't want to. Anyway. But we won't get into the don't be a sucker stuff. I want to see what Asmon has to say. There is literally no reason to fucking go to school, study political science. It's not. Hey, congratulations to the DigiGears, okay? DigiGears, you did it. #1 political commentator on the platform. Still.
Hasan is really getting upset about this #1 political commentator.
I'm not. Listen, it's the world that they wanted to see. He is the #1 political commentator. It's true. Well, I can't believe Asmongold still tries to say he's apolitical. Hold on. Let me put my apolitical hat on. As an apolitical content creator, okay? As an apolitical content creator, I think Asmongold claiming that he's not a political commentator is crazy. Okay? And he knows it too. We watch the same shit every day, brother. Am I not a political commentator? Am I also not a political commentator? Wait, hold on. Let me take the apolitical hat off. Now you can see I am a political commentator. Hold on. Let me put the apolitical hat on again. You might be mistaken to think I'm a political person because I'm wearing the apolitical hat. But, like, let's look at Asmongold's YouTube page, you know? Asmongold TV. Asmongold's YouTube page. ICE raids create ghost towns across New York City. Asmongold reacts. Okay? Elden Ring or Night Rain. You can tell this game is going to be good. Elden Ring, Night Rain gameplay is crazy. Pokemon is going viral again. Okay? There's interspersed stuff there that is not inherently political, even though there is a political perspective that Asmongold maintains when talking about gaming in general. But if you were to say that this is a gaming channel, it'd be kind of wild at this point, right? JD Vance is warning to Europe, you're turning totalitarian. Trump is crashing out. RFK Jr. becomes Trump's national health secretary. Asmongold isn't just a political commentator. Asmongold is a very successful political commentator. Okay? And I don't mean like, oh, what the is happening? This is another, look at the weird queer folk type video. Okay? Asmongold is a more successful right-wing political commentator. And I've said this before. Asmongold is a more successful right-wing political commentator than f***ing Ben Shapiro. He gets 50% lower. Okay? We're living through a f***ing meme. Donald Trump. Trump just released the Kraken. 2 million views. What the f*** is wrong with Twitch? 600,000 views. And it's like Twitch not banning me for the pro-terrorism propaganda that I was engaging in, which is ironic to say. Okay? When you f*** around, Kanye's going viral again. President Trump's brutal. I don't know why he thinks that you're upset about him being #1 when right-wing commentators have always been above you. Yeah, I'm a leftist online. I never have taken my position for granted. Asmon said he doesn't want to debate. I mean, I said I would have a conversation with Asmongold. Doesn't have to be a debate. But I don't know why his chat said that he wanted to debate. And then now he's saying he doesn't want to. But I understand why he wouldn't want to. Anyway. So just wanted to point this out just so people understand the idea that like Asmongold is not a political content creator is ridiculous. And I think most people understand that.
Hasan is the #1 political commentator on the platform. He always has been. I cover some political issues. Hasan only covers political issues.
No, that's like me saying I'm a gaming journalist because I watch the f***ing state of play. Okay? This is not only wrong, but I think... This is not only wrong, but I think it's also deliberately obtuse. And I think the reason why it's deliberately obtuse is because when you are doing political commentary, you now on Twitch, due to a lot of the pushback from the DigiGears and Dan Saltman and Pestany and the like, and even Ethan Klein, you now have to put this tag on, a content label, political and sensitive social issues. I don't know if Asmongold puts the tag on when he does his commentary. Okay. I don't know if he does that. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I truly don't know. And I don't think this chat is going to give me the correct answer. Okay. But I have to, because when I don't, there are people who wait. Okay. I have it all the time. I have it on all the time. because when I don't have it on, okay, when I do not have the news and politics, like political sensitive content label, people immediately start mass reporting to try to get me banned. He's ducking you, saying he doesn't see the point in talking to you, then coped talking about your ex podcast co-host video. Yeah, I've always been very graceful when talking to Asmon directly. Perhaps, you know, to a degree where people yell at me all the time and say I'm caping for him and defending him.
I've never said that. I've never insinuated that. Now, if he's mad that the videos that I do get more views or something, that's fine. That's okay. But I'm not trying to shit on him, and I never was. And also, by the way...
It's not me shitting on him when I say he's the largest political content creator. It's the truth. It's just the truth.
If you go over to Destiny's subreddit, you'll find that a lot of them really don't like me either. So this entire idea that...
They're also truly a force that doesn't necessarily care about like political ideology as much. They disagree with Asmongold on a lot of the stuff he says, but they're not above using Asmongold's community as a force to consistently attack people that they consider far greater enemies of their favorite content creator, Destiny.
The reason why I'm successful is because of Destiny. I find to be incredibly ironic from Hasan, because I think that Destiny really went out on a limb back.
I don't think he's I don't think he understood what I was saying there. I wasn't saying that he's successful because of Destiny. I was saying that, for example, on the election night coverage, on the election day coverage, Destiny and his community had actively went out to every single advertiser, false information about like Twitch banning Israeli accounts or whatever the right? Like actual libel that they had sent out to every news outlet possible, and they'd sent out to like every single advertiser of Twitch in an effort to try and get me banned. And they openly stated that this was their purpose. It was either to A, get Destiny unbanned from the platform, or B, get me banned before the election. And because of that, Twitch didn't ban me, so shouts out to them. But part of that, I think, led to Twitch taking me off the main page, like taking me off the algorithm, blacklisting me. And for that reason, Asmongold on the night of the election got a shit ton of viewers, of course. Like he was going to get it because he's one of the top content creators on the platform for sure. But he definitely was, when someone went on twitch.tv without a logged account on election day, the only content creator that came up that was covering election day was Asmongold. That's it. That's a boost. That is a reality, right? If it wasn't significant, regardless of the 300 and I think like what 14K viewership I got for the entire day, who knows how high that number possibly would have been if I also was in the algorithm. People had to directly like click on twitch.tv/HasanAbi to get to my fucking profile. And many people did. Hundreds of thousands of people did. So that still failed. Like that initiative still failed, but I think that process also gave a lot of people an alternative perspective, which is fine. If that's what you wanted, that's what simply all I'm saying. You wanted an alternative dissenting voice to the radical terrorism defense that I'm engaging in because I'm anti-genocide, and you got it. That's it. That's my statement here. It's not that it's not necessarily like, oh, me saying Asmongold's the #1 political commentator for any other reason. It's just the truth.
In 2018 to push Hasan and to platform Hasan. I remember Hasan coming on to Trainwreck's podcast and Destiny bringing him on stream, and I'm sure that there are probably even clips from back in the day.
I don't think it was Destiny that was responsible for me doing a lot of these collaborations. It was Austin and Train personally asking me. But yes, Destiny did initially platform my terrorist ass. That is true, on this platform at least.
Of Destiny and Hasan talking about how much he was appreciative of Destiny. So it's ironic that I'm the person who is the beneficiary of DGG when Hasan was the one who originally was himself. Destiny made Hasan? I'm not going to say that. I didn't.
He seems to think that you calling politicals a personal beef instead of an accurate assessment. Yeah, it's not personal beef at all. It's just an accurate assessment.
Say that. All I'm saying is that there's a lot of people that were, and Destiny himself spent a lot of time actually promoting and trying to, bring Hasan into the political culture of Twitch. And he helped Hasan build his channel at the beginning. He did. And I think that Hasan probably would even acknowledge that.
I do acknowledge it. It's true. So just talk to him instead of watching clips of other. I'm not the one who said he wasn't down to talk to Asmongold. I said I was perfectly fine in doing so. Anyway. I don't know why this became the main point of contention here.
This is ironic.
Yeah, like, go take it up with Asmongold. I'm down to talk to him. I have no issue. The diversity of opinion. I hope you're, I hope you're happy with that. It is the diversity of opinion. Asmongold and I disagree with one another on virtually all political issues. There's some agreements there as well, but we disagree on virtually everything, right? Whether it be on the aesthetic front, optic front, whatever, whether it be on an accurate reflection of history. Now, having said that, this is what these guys wanted. The centrist liberals wanted someone who had a disagreement with what they thought was the largest threat to American democracy. This is not even about Asmongold, beyond the fact that he is, correctly, as I've stated, the largest political content creator on this platform.
We'll watch the follow-up.
It is pretty crazy that Asmongold watched that fucking Ethan Klein video, and then
he's unhappy that I watched the. He's unhappy that I watched the content.
No, I hope he watches the full video here, because I wasn't unhappy that he watched the video. You can watch it all day. I don't give a shit. Play it all day. It's just funny that his fans, who are literally saying the Nazis are based, were coming into my chat since he watched that video to be like, why aren't you banned yet, dude, for your anti-Semitic terrorism? That's the point.
Content nuke video. Now, I understand why he's unhappy. I think that if I was him...
Oh, wait. Why didn't you play that fully? Wait, what? What the fuck is that insane stalker account that is now... Wait. Why did he skip through it? Does he get back to it? I hope he gets back to it.
And if you look at a lot of the comments...
Whether the video was curated against Hasan or not the fact that he still said the crap just because the dude was blah, 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 blah. Wait, what is it? What is he saying? Oh, he's saying
Hasan,
that
and I actually tried to give him the benefit of the doubt the entire time, because I try to maintain consistency. I try to maintain a lack of bias, and I try to maintain a degree of decorum to make sure that...
I think, by the way, this is true. This is something that I have long maintained. Asmongold is a very strange fellow. Okay? He's a very interesting guy. And for years and years, as a lot of people have viciously come after me and said a whole bunch of different lies, in most circumstances, he has not actually taken the bait. So my disagreement on Asmongold is not around decorum or the optics of the situation. My disagreement on Asmongold is purely politics. It's pure political. I do not agree with his worldview. I do not agree with the audience that he is cultivating. I think it's dangerous. I will go so far as to say that as well. I think it is dangerous to make these kinds of opinions, whether it be transphobic opinions, whether it be anti-migrant opinions, whether it be these like right-wing opinions. I think that creating a habitable ground for these kinds of opinions, whether it is because you're getting a lot of, relevancy out of it, whether it's, whatever your purposes are, or whether you ideologically agree with it, I still think it's harmful. Part of that is because a lot of people don't understand politics. Okay. If many people understood politics, I probably would not, be as relevant, I would say. But a lot of people don't understand politics. And because they don't understand politics or don't necessarily care about politics, they just kind of look at clout and they see Asmongold as the top political content creator. And so many of these like centrist content creators will either because they want raids or because they want to collaborate or because they're afraid of offending Asmongold's audience. And even if Asmongold doesn't weaponize his audience in the same way that like other content creators do, people basically develop this attitude that this kind of opinion will actually get you more attention. Okay? You'll be showered with praise and you'll get all this attention. And I think that creates this environment where content creators will start leaning in to right-wing commentary of this sort, even if they previously had no interest in it whatsoever. Okay? Brother, just stick to your echo chamber and let the man have his. People understand politics. Understanding politics doesn't mean they have to be on your side. I don't think you understand anything if you are saying that, oh, just stick to your echo chamber. Okay? And I don't think you understand. I'm saying that Asmongold's politics are wrong. Okay? They're not only wrong, but they're based out of false data. They're incorrect. And it leads to a lot of cruel action down the line. Okay? That's my disagreement. It's very simple. It is a political disagreement. Do you understand, chatter? Yes, of course. Plenty of people don't agree with my world view. We can agree to disagree, my man. That is a cop-out, chatter. You are engaging in a very classic cop-out. We can agree to disagree is a coward's way out of this conversation. You came in with a bold statement. You said, people understand politics. Understanding politics doesn't mean they have to be on your side. That's not what I'm saying. Okay? I don't know why you are demanding that everyone go back to their neat little hug boxes and not best one another as interlocutors in the marketplace of ideas. I thought that's what that's what a lot of people wanted in the past, I thought, right-wingers especially. No, it's not. They don't. You just want them to be on your side so bad, but it's okay. You're still cool. Again, for someone who chooses not to understand what I'm saying, you are consistently moving the conversation away from historical context or political disagreements back to like a popularity contest. I'm saying that the popularity contest element of this only works because so many people are inherently disinterested in politics. They always have to add something else onto it. That's why a lot of people who think that they are invested in political ideology or political movements unironically find themselves in drama-centered content consumption because it makes it more palatable. It makes it easier to watch when there's drama associated with content creators. Okay? You're doing it right now. You're basically proving what I'm talking about. But isn't that what you do? If you think that out of the 8 hours of political commentary that I do, it's mostly drama-focused, you would be wrong. If that's truly, if this is something you're truly questioning, then the answer is no. I spend most of my political I rarely do this exact thing that I'm doing currently, okay, which is addressing another content creator's political opinions, or I actually stray away from that routinely. People try to get me to do it all the time. I don't like doing it because I think it's a distraction, and I think that it causes people to develop resentment towards me, and less charitable to my approach to politics in general. So yeah, I regularly stay away, or to the best of my ability, even when I get fucking pulled into it, I try to stay away from this kind of commentary because I think it's inherently unproductive. Do you think this discourse was Asmon at this point is constructive? Because from what I see, they're essentially just drama baiting and you're taking the bait. I don't think you're going to change the minds of any of these Nazi pieces of shit. I give you that much, but you are farming this. We can find ways to meet each other in the middle. See, you're continuing to do this. You're continuing to do the thing that I'm explaining to you is inherently showing that you don't find politics to be all that entertaining or important to address. I was trying to have a conversation about Asmongold's politics and why I don't agree with them, and how I think it's unironically dangerous to, at the very least, irresponsible to just like present certain opinions as though they're like totally normal in an effort to be edgy. And you're still going, oh, well, you know, agree to disagree, or oh, you're just farming this for drama. Anyway, let's continue.
When I'm talking about something, that I do so in the most authentic and accurate way. Now, do mistakes happen? It was not written in Jewish, for example. Yeah, of course mistakes happen. But the goal is to be authentic and the goal is to be accurate. And the issue here is that I actually think that Hasan should be thanking me for watching the content nuke, because I think that I'm probably one of the only people that would actually give it a fair shake rather than just hop on the fuck Hasan.
To be fair, I'm not even going to deny this. I don't think he's wrong about that. I do agree with him that he probably is the only person that would watch that and still disagree with Ethan Klein out of like all of the other top content creators. Like XQC would probably watch it, very rarely disagree with Ethan, mostly just say like, oh, it's crazy. It's fucking crazy that Hasan is doing this stuff. Okay? So the point is, Asmongold and I do not have, personal hatred for one another. It's more so political disagreements.
Untrain and say that he should be banned for everything that he's ever done, which is something that I haven't done. So he should be saying thank you for me watching this and providing a...
I wouldn't say that, but he's literally called you a fucking terrorist and said you should be banned. Are you listening to yourself right now? Wake the fuck up, dipshit. Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but virtually the entire video is designed to present that point of view, and everyone that watched it to reinstate that point of view. Not that it fucking worked, because I think most people understand, like, oh yeah, if you say anything mean about Israel, people will call you a fucking Islamist fundamentalist terrorist or whatever. But, you know,
a take on it that's accurate, balanced, and fair. But unfortunately, that's not.
I didn't watch his I didn't watch a nuke, and I didn't watch his rewatching of the nuke. But I do want to see if he actually called me a terrorist.
Not the case. We'll go back. We'll watch the rest of it.
LGBT people.
Wait a second.
Personal stuff. Skip to 5740. He watched the video from the Holocaust Memorial Channel to feel vindicated about the point.
Oops. How did that happen?
His chat kept coming in here to be like, you're anti-Semitic terrorism lover. You should be banned. Why aren't you banned yet? Meanwhile,
I mean, to be fair, Hasan, you have been very positive towards people who are on the national terror list. I mean, you...
Oh, man, damn. Well, thank you for the charitability, man. That's crazy. Bro, look at your screen. They're saying W based about Hitler. Like, what the fuck? I'm telling you, dude, any kind of controversy, this guy hits the fuck Hasan button. You aren't even involved in this? Yeah. Well, I think it is a pretty good way to... It's a pretty good smoke screen. Anytime someone yells at you, if I dare to say something about it, okay? And this is not just Asmongold. This is basically virtually every single fucking content creator on this goddamn platform that comes out and says something that's like genuinely dumb or fucking wrong. They can just turn around and be like, well, Hasan is fucking loves terrorism or anything like that. And everyone will just laser in on that and be like, yeah, he's right. Asmon's kind of base for this, regardless of what their fucking perspective is. Okay? That's it. So, yeah.
You have been. Like, this is a fact. Like, this isn't a debatable reality. You interviewed a terrorist, and
That is a debatable reality, I guess. Just like you're wrong to say they were writing in Jewish. You're wrong on this front as well. The person that I interviewed, that I thought could potentially be a Houthi when I interviewed him, which at the time wasn't even a fucking part of the official terror watch list, by the way, okay, is not a part of the Ansar Allah movement. He is not a Houthi, okay? He revealed that information to me on the interview that I conducted. And not only that, but also numerous outlets interviewed him afterwards and even reached out to me. The New York Times literally reached out so they could get access to this person. So just so we're clear, I know that people just basically repeat this falsehood over and over and over again with the hopes that like no one will check them on this, but it's just not the case. You can't just be like, nah, this person's a terrorist. He looks like one, because I'm fucking assuming that every single person from Yemen is that has a gun, and the highest gun per capita country after the United States of America is automatically a terrorist. Sorry, he's just a fucking terrorist. Okay, well, you're wrong. I don't know if anybody cares about the fucking truth, you know? Even if Rashid was a part of the Ansar Allah movement, why would he even deny it? It's the fucking government. Exactly. That's what's so stupid about this. Anti-left pundits are gold medalists in bad faith arguments. Yeah.
I defended you interviewing the terrorist. I even defended you with that.
Okay, thank you for defending me interviewing a terrorist.
I said it's okay because I want people to be able to talk to people.
Did you know he was not Houthi before accepting the interview? No, I didn't. I didn't. I thought he was. I thought he could be. I've explained this before. I defend on principle. Like, if I interviewed an actual member of the Ansar Allah movement, I would have, if I had the opportunity to do so at the time, I would have done it. I don't think people understand. I don't think people understand this. Like, the thing that annoys me, the thing that fucking annoys me about this process is not that people are saying, like, you defended or debated, or not even debated, but like you glazed up a terrorist or whatever. What's frustrating to me is that they're saying he's a fucking terrorist. They're just like they're falsely claiming that this person is a part of the Ansar Allah movement. If he was on the terror list, for example, would you have still interviewed him? Yes. Yes. Yeah, of course. Yes, 100%. Depending on who we're talking about on the terror watch list, the dynamic would, of course, be different. Okay? So here's what I mean by this. Fucking Nelson Mandela was on the terror watch list until 2008. If I had the opportunity to interview Nelson Mandela, it would be a positive interview. Do you see what I'm saying? Not every single person on the fucking terror watch list is actually a violent villain, all right? There's a difference between understandable figures that are terrorists on the terror watch list, like Osama fucking bin Laden, okay, versus people like Nelson Mandela, for example, right? But the issue here is, one, everything gets clipped out of context, so there's no real discourse, because I think a lot of people, even content creators, are not really invested in the context. They're not really invested in that. They're invested in, like, you know, lining up certain buttons that they can push at any given moment, being like, yeah, this fucking Hasan guy, he loves terrorism, right? It's just clip farming for the most part. That's it. Anyway, let's continue.
But I didn't see the whole thing, and I didn't realize you glazed him that hard, man. You didn't have to do that. I even tried to...
Once again, not a terrorist. Just wrong. Wrong on that front.
...to defend that. It's crazy.
Also, yeah, you know who else is a fucking terrorist? Luigi Mangione. If you think I wouldn't have a positive interview with Luigi Mangione, you're wrong, okay? Yeah, I don't think Asmongold is as charitable as I previously thought he was. I'm beginning to find out that maybe he is not as charitable. He has been. Fucking chat's going based yeah. Nazis. But hey, no, wait. That's what a lot of my naysayers wanted, though. They wanted someone.
Now, I'm not going to bring up the point if when Ethan was getting attacked in Hasan's chat, and then Hasan said he couldn't control everybody saying...
It's cool that I already addressed this earlier today by saying, yeah, if my fucking chat was calling Asmongold a Nazi, there's only so much moderation I can engage in when he's, you know, aligning, at least in this clip, ideologically with the position that the Nazis were presenting when they were engaging in the book burnings, considering that these, like, you know, medical research was un-German, okay? Yeah, there's only so much moderation one can do. At a certain point, it turns into PR. It turns into sweeping, okay? That's it. That was my point towards Ethan, and I was 100% correct on that point as well, and I think many people just, like, deliberately misunderstood the position that I was pointing to, which is I defended Ethan for quite some time, regularly, told my community to shut the fuck up, said it was unproductive to yell about Ethan, that Ethan was not your enemy. There is probably an hour-long compilation out there that you can find throughout the entire past year where I was like, I don't care. There's a real situation here with Israel. I don't care about, like, drama. I don't care about what Ethan is saying, and that he is not your enemy, that you should, like, stop going after Ethan over and over again. Very charitable. Okay? Very charitable. And the position that I had when I had that conversation with Ethan was Ethan basically saying that the Jewish Voice for Peace people were capos, collaborators of the Nazis. Okay? When you say that, people are going to think you're a Zionist. There is nothing I can do about that. That's my position. And it's still my position. Just like if Asmongold keeps putting out videos where he's, you know, glazing Donald Trump and saying he's based, or watching videos about how immigrants are destroying the culture of Germany or destroying the culture of Poland and Western superiority must be maintained. And he agrees with that and goes, yeah, this guy's got great ideas. Yeah, I agree with him. Yeah, inevitably, people are going to assume that you agree with them. Like you said, you are agreeing with Nazis. So, of course, people are going to think you're a fucking Nazi. Just like people say, Hasan, you agree with Hamas, right? Why do people say that? Is it born out of nothing? No, it's born out of the reality that I agree with Palestinian emancipation, okay? Hamas is but a name only in this process, okay? That's why people say, Hasan, you're pro-terrorist. You're pro-terrorist over and over and over again. There's also untrue aspects of their commentary, like when they say I'm anti-Semitic, or if they say that I agree with the internal dynamic or the political ideology of anything beyond just Palestinian emancipation. Okay? There's a reason why people say this sort of stuff. They say it because I'm anti-Israel and I'm pro-Palestinian. Okay? I know that. When talking about the terror watch list a few weeks ago, you said something along the lines of that even the IRA were on the terror watch list. Do you think the IRA aren't terrorists? You don't agree with... I'm confused. Like when you say, do you think the IRA aren't terrorists? Do you agree with Irish reunification or not? Like, do you agree with British colonial occupation of Ireland? What the fuck kind of position is this? Terrorism is a political designation that is kept vague deliberately so that the colonial power or the more powerful party can just deny habeas corpus and basic human rights to the people that they've declared a part of the bad group. You know, that's my point. That's a British chatter 100%. Irish republicanism is seen as still a terrorist ideology here because of the bombings in England and the sectarianism against prods. I'm going to be real. I support the IRA, but you can't pretend they weren't a terror organization. No, that's my point. Terrorism as a designation is a political one. That's the whole point. Okay. The ANC were considered terrorists. They were fighting against apartheid South Africa. The IRA were considered terrorists. They were fighting against British colonial occupation. That's the entire point, okay? That's the entire reason for why this designation exists. If terrorism is simply doing violence to a civilian population, which is like what I do agree with, like as far as the designation, I agree. I think that the vague designation does not ever actually feature state violence, which it should. But I think at its base, if you want to consider something terrorism, you should consider it doing violence to a majority civilian population with the deliberate effort of making political change. If that is something that you consider terrorism, right? If that's what you consider terrorism, and that's, I think, as closest to the truth as you can get with respect to what terrorism is, okay? Then the American government would be the arch terrorists of the planet. That's it. The reason why I consistently show you people, movements, groups that were considered terrorists by states, right? That we now understand, now that time has passed, is not actually, like they weren't actually bad or wrong, and they had a moral position that was correct, is so you understand and interpret current instances of violence that are coming from non-state actors, okay? That shit is food for people who feed on your content. You should talk about revolutionaries. I do. Yes. In the American Revolution, the founding fathers were considered terrorists by the British Empire. In Vietnam, the Viet Cong were considered terrorists as the American military was dumping napalm on Vietnamese villages. Okay? So that's it. Here, I'll end it on this note, this beautiful note that I think many, even reactionaries, agree with here. Okay?
For us?